What's up YouTube? Barcode here, bringing you another Epic 7 video. This video is going to be mainly about top 5 areas of quality of life changes that I'd like to see in Epic 7. The game is amazing so far. Of course, there always is places to improve in every single game. And I just wanted to talk about those. I'll also talk about a couple things you may not know while I'm in those areas. A couple of things that I overlooked and then I saw later on. So let's get started. So let's go into the let's go into the arena first. Okay. Main thing I want to talk about here is like a win-loss record for the week. I'd like to see like the win-loss record. Obviously I'm losing every single one in this defense, but when I put up an actual defense like I will this afternoon or tomorrow morning, I'd like to see exactly what the win-loss record is. If I want to test out a certain defense for the whole entire week, I'd like to see how that does, and then change it the next week with a different defense to see how that does, and just change the percentages, and just theory craft. You know, more theory crafting the better. So that's one thing I'd like to see. I'd also like to see when you are in the main screen and you're looking at, you know, sometimes you may not know what character the icon is. If you click on it or hold it, you can't really see what it is, and even if you go into the fight, if you click on the enemy square or anything like that, or try to hold it to see what character that is and what skills that they have, you can't do that, and that's unfortunate because not everybody knows every single character in the game, so you might want to theory craft and bring different characters on your team, but you really don't know unless you go to the hero journal, try to find that same icon, if you even remember what it is initially. So it's painful to see that I can't inspect the character. I don't need to see stats or anything like that. I just want to see the character, the name of it, so I can get it in my head who that is. See the skills, and it'll just be better overall. Also, in this main screen, instead of like subbing out certain characters so that I can change the positioning of them, I'd like to be able to just click on my team like anywhere and just move them in the position that I want them in. Otherwise, I have to sub out the one character, then sub out a different character so I can move this character over to the front, and it's just kind of annoying. So you know, positioning on your arena team would be nice. Just so you know, this is something you might not know. From here, if you're looking to see whether you actually geared this character or not, or if this character has, you know, what skill ups are, what their stats are, you can double click on your character on the right hand side, and you'll be able to see if they have gear, what the gear is, what the stats are, etc. And then you just press the back arrow in the top left and you go back to the arena. So that's just something you might not know. So let's go back out to the main lobby and go into the second thing, which is connections. So not too much to talk about with connections, but I do like to talk about, you know, ease of access for everybody. If there's a gift that, say Crozet, okay, he needs, actually let's go to the very common one, okay, Alexa, she needs one small sun badge catalyst, okay, you go to gift, you don't have any, okay, so you can't gift it, you don't have any, blah blah blah. I want to click on this and once and then have just like a go option like a lot of the other places have, like with for example Hazel going to just defeating creatures or whatever. It'd be nice to just be able to go from here instead of remembering that, okay, I need one small sun badge catalyst, so I need to go into the adventure and I have to go into region info and go click on monster and then see if any of these have a sun badge catalyst. Okay, it's just, and you have to hold it. It's just kind of, there should be some kind of go option. You already have it in the game for it going straight to an adventure mode where you need to kill, you know, creatures or whatever the case may be. And even with here, like say here's an item here, you have it in the region info to just click on an item or a creature and just select go to go where you want to go, but you don't have it for items for in the connection screen. So it's just kind of annoying. That'd be nice, a little quality of life feature to have there. And speaking of like that, let's go into inventory. So inventory is another area where you should be able to like go into other and click on an item, like say Flame of Soul. I need one more. I know where they drop because I've been trying to farm it, but you should be able to go from your inventory to an actual stage so that you can farm it. I also would like to see if we can actually sell some unwanted items, like unwanted, you know, whatever, Arc Drake claws. Okay, I don't wanna craft 3-star gear, 2-star gear. You know, well, they don't craft 2-star gear, but I don't want to craft 3-star gear and waste gold because gold is precious in this game. So I'd like to just be able to sell all 301 claws and just have a little bit extra gold, since I'm not going to be using them anyway. They're just going to sit in my inventory for God knows how long. So that's one thing that I would like to see too, is being able to sell unwanted items and also unwanted artifacts. So this is one thing that I can't stand is oh, actually you can, right? You can. Nope, you cannot sell equipped equipment. Hold on. Yep, you can, actually. So, Mabe, you can sell artifacts. My bad. Anyway, so, but definitely with the other items, I would like to be able to sell these. They're just going to sit in my inventory unwanted. So, one thing that you may not know is if you go into equipment, I would hope you would know this by now, but you can sell, there is a sell all option with an auto select. So if you click on the top right where sell is and click on auto select, you can kind of filter out what you want to sell, you know, all the way up to epic grade, tier 6, you know, enhancements. You know, I typically like to sell all my tier 3 and below regardless of what it is. I already did that earlier, so I don't have any, but that's a good way to get some extra gold. And you know, you could use those equipment to level up some of your equipment, but there's better ways to level up your equipment for sure. Now let's go into another option, which is heroes. So what I would like to see done, a little quality of life improvement, is increase the amount of XP for fodder. So when you're farming nonstop, right? I don't know if it's just me or what, I have a surplus of 2-stars. Now I could use my stigma and just summon a whole bunch of 2-star phantasmas, and I do that from time to time when I need to level up something, and promote them, or you know what I mean. But so if I want to say I just have a surplus and my inventory's full, I don't want to keep expanding my inventory, which I could, but it takes 33 2-stars to max 1 2-star. Like I maxed out this mighty soldier here, and it took 33 2-stars to max that out. That seems a little ridiculous. I mean, 1 2-star gives you like 100. Oh no, it gives you 450 experience. I mean, that's pretty ridiculous, I would say. I don't know about you guys, but if you feed the same champion to it, it gives a little bit more, but it just doesn't make sense. I mean, 33 2-stars to max 1 2-star. I mean, that's pretty ridiculous. I mean, it might be a little bit less if you just constantly have the same, like, if you enhance the same. Let me get that 5-star or no, 1-star mud flap. Okay, I have a bunch of mud flaps, so let's go for the mud flaps, mud flaps. Let's not do the level 5 one. So this will get it a little bit faster. So let's see, 6. But then again, you know, you're not gonna have a whole bunch of the same. You might get a lot if you farm the same exact place all the time, but I mean, it just takes too much, and they take up your inventory. It should just be increased a little bit anyway. It shouldn't take so many 2-stars just to max a 2-star out, especially for free-to-play players. We're not summoning nonstop. We need an extra way. If it's using gold, which is the scarcest thing in the game, you should be able to do it. You know what I mean? Or we should be able to sell off these 2-stars for gold, in my opinion. That would be a nice quality of life thing you can do. So while I'm in the heroes, I just want to see if something you may not know. You can actually change the facial expressions of all of your champions as you level up their friendship. So if you click on that little square face with the microphone in the middle bottom, you can change their expressions. So normal, upset, and they increase the level of friendship that you are. So they all have different ones. So I mean, laugh is not laughing to me in any of these champions, but I mean, there's sad, it's pretty funny, upset, normal, but it's just a cool option, just something you may not know. And the last thing I want to talk about is communication. So communication, obviously nowadays Discord is big, Reddit is big, and that's really our only ways of communication for this game right now. It would be nice to have some kind of in-game chat for general and also for guild. For guild, it's important. I mean, just the theory craft things with your guildies to talk about updates or whatever the case may be. Yeah, you can get into a Discord or whatever, but in-game there should be some kind of communication. You could coordinate when your guys are going to do the 10% experience buff, things like that. It's just it would be so much better to have some kind of in-game communication. Also, another quality of life thing for the check-in rewards, since there's no guild wars or anything like that, I would definitely promote increasing these check-in rewards, because other than the member shop and the 10% experience, there's nothing, and getting aiding your character, your guildies, and them aiding you. There's no other benefit of joining a guild, really, except for like one connection that requires aiding a guild, which is a 3-star jet. So I would recommend bumping up the check-in rewards a little bit, a little bit more gold, especially since gold is so hard to come by in this game, especially for free-to-play. But I think that should be a definitely quality of life thing. And of course, everybody wants guild wars. I'm sure they're looking into putting some type of guild interaction, guild war, guild dungeon, whatever the case may be. I would definitely recommend getting that in soon. Not something don't implement something that's broken, but I'm sure everybody is wanting it. I mean, it was on the Korean servers. I mean, not guild wars, but the game's been out on the Korean servers for a while. Just opened up on global, a couple weeks ago. Definitely implement something with guilds, and I'm sure you guys are working on it already. So I definitely want to. I want to praise you guys for such a great game. I think everybody has nothing but praise about it, and obviously it's bumping on Twitch. So did I say Switch or Twitch? Whatever. But yeah. One thing I wanted to add too, I actually tested this. So, friendship points, okay? You get these from your friends for them using your reps or whatever the case may be, right? Really, the only two things that are worth with these friendship points, and I have 10,000, is just getting the 40 energy and 5 flags every single day, okay? And it's 1 time a day. Maybe you should bump that up to maybe 3 times a day for the energy, or bump up the energy amount. Do something that's worth it. Doing the 50 friendship bookmarks, it's not worth it. So I'm just gonna do it right now. It's you get 10 friendship summons or whatever for 50, and it's for 500 points. Okay, you're gonna get a bunch of 1-star artifacts, 2-star artifacts, 2-star characters or whatever that you can use to promote or enhance or whatever the case may be. But it's really not worth it. I mean, For gold wise, I guess it is, but let's just see how much gold it actually is. Okay, so if you go into a 1-star piece of gold, piece of artifact, and sell it, it's 350 gold, right? So say you get 10 1-star artifacts, that's 3,500 gold. It's not even, when you're enhancing gear, 3,500 gold is nothing. So it's just bump up the artifact selling amount, bump up. That's a big problem. Friendship points are just not used. There's no point to them. So those are my quality of life things, and your may not know type of things in the game. Please subscribe on my Twitch. I've been streaming kind of early morning or mid morning, Central Time in the US. Just stop by, say hello. I'm pretty much dual gaming, as you can see in this video and all my videos. I play Dungeon Hunter Champions and Epic 7 at the same time, and I switch back and forth between Dungeon Hunter Champions and Epic 7 for streaming on specific days. It just depends on who's streaming on DHC. If it's one of my guildies, then I don't, but I'll check you guys in the next video. Peace.